My child, the moment your eyes fall on these words, something unseen begins to shift around you. I may not know the exact second you are reading this, but I know without doubt that you are seeing it before December 25th. This is not coincidence. This date is not ordinary. It carries a weight that has been building for a long time, quietly, silently, behind the scenes of your life. And now, the time is almost here. I did not come to alarm you, but I came to prepare you. Because preparation is protection. If I stayed silent, you would walk into this unaware. And I refuse to allow that. I know your thoughts are already moving fast. You may feel a strange pressure in your chest, a tightness you cannot explain. You are wondering why this message feels different. Why your heart is beating a little quicker. Why something inside you says this is important. Let me calm you. You are not in danger alone. You are being warned because you are loved. Giving you this message is not meant to scare you. It is meant to strengthen you. December 25th is approaching like a door slowly opening. On the other side of that door lies truth. Not soft truth. Not gentle truth. But clear truth. The kind that changes how you see people. The kind that rearranges your expectations. The kind that forces you to stop pretending everything is fine when deep inside you knew it wasn't. This truth has been hidden from you for a long time, not because I wanted to hide it, but because you were not ready to carry it. Now you are. My child, there is something you must understand. The shaking that is coming is not to destroy you. It is to remove what was never meant to stand beside you in the next season of your life. Some connections were only built for the old version of you. Some relationships were only meant for the survival stage, not the promised stage. And when December 25th arrives, the line between what stays and what leaves will become very clear. You will not lose what truly belongs to you. Only what was already slipping will finally let go. I need you to stay steady when this moment happens. Do not rush into emotion. Do not react from pain. Watch. Observe. Listen. Not every battle is meant to be fought loudly. Some battles are won by silence, patience, and wisdom. What is revealed on that day will explain many of the questions you've carried for months, maybe years. You will finally understand why certain prayers felt delayed, why certain doors would not open, why certain people kept disappointing you in the same way. None of it was random. My child, there is someone close to you whose words sound sweet but whose intentions are not clean. I have watched every smile that hid jealousy. Every compliment that masked competition. Every promise that had no intention of being kept. You felt it in your spirit sometimes, but you brushed it off because you wanted peace. You wanted to believe the best. You wanted harmony. And I honored your gentle heart. But now, gentleness must be balanced with discernment. Do not confront in anger. Let truth expose itself. It always does. When the truth arrives, it may ache for a moment. You may feel foolish for trusting. You may feel grief for what you thought was real. But do not stay in that emotion. That pain is only the doorway to freedom. What hurts you now will protect you later. What disappoints you now will save you from deeper wounds ahead. After December 25th, your eyes will not work the same way. You will notice the shifts. You will hear the pauses in conversations. You will recognize patterns that once slipped past you. This is not bitterness being born. This is wisdom rising. There is also good news hidden inside this storm. Something you have been praying for quietly, without telling many people, is finally moving toward manifestation. It could not come while certain attachments were still holding space in your life. That space is now being cleared. What you thought was delay was actually alignment. You are not behind. You are right on time. My child, you have survived seasons that should have broken you. Nights where you cried with no one to talk to. Mornings where you smiled even though your heart felt heavy. Days where you doubted your worth because others failed to see it. And yet, you are still standing. Still breathing. Still hoping. Still believing. That alone proves your strength. And now, you are stepping into a season where effort begins to meet reward. Where silent endurance begins to speak loudly through results. Where doors won't need to be forced because they will open on their own. But first, the clearing. Do not cling to what is being removed. Even if it feels familiar. Even if it feels comfortable. Even if it feels safe. The comfort that blocks your growth is not true comfort. What I am removing is making room for the life you keep dreaming about when no one is watching. There will come a moment after December 25th where you will look back and say, "Now I understand why it had to happen this way." That understanding will bring you peace. Not confusion. Not regret. Peace. My child, trust that even when things fall apart, I am not absent. I am present in the breaking, guiding the pieces into a new shape. Just because something ends does not mean you failed. It simply means the lesson is complete. I need you to breathe right now. Slowly. Deeply. Release the tension you're holding without realizing it. You are not alone in this. I am walking ahead of you, not behind you. What is meant to stay will remain. What is meant to leave will exit without permission. And what is meant to arrive will come without resistance. You don't need to chase it. From this moment until December 25th, be gentle with your heart. Rest when you feel tired. Don't overshare your plans. Protect your energy. Stay quiet. Observe more than you speak. There is power forming in your silence. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And after this date passes, you will begin to feel lighter. Not because everything becomes perfect overnight, but because the fog finally starts to lift. You'll think more clearly. You'll choose more wisely. You'll love more carefully. And most importantly, you will respect yourself in a way you never fully did before. That respect will change the way others treat you. Stay steady, my child. The countdown is not a threat. It is a transition. And transitions always lead to new beginnings. My child, there is something important you must understand about what is unfolding. What feels like loss will actually turn into relief. What feels like rejection will turn into redirection. What feels like delay will turn into divine timing. I know right now your heart still questions everything. You wonder why people change. Why trust breaks. Why love sometimes feels temporary. But this is not the end of your story. It is a necessary turn in the road. You were never meant to carry everyone with you into the next season. Some were allowed to walk beside you only long enough to teach you strength. Some only came to expose what you deserved better than. Some only stayed long enough to wake you up to your real worth. And my child, you are finally waking up. After December 25th, the way you love will change. Not because your heart becomes cold, but because your heart becomes wise. You will no longer beg for attention. You will no longer explain your value. You will no longer chase those who do not choose you freely. You will stand still, and what is meant for you will come without force. There is a freedom coming that your soul has been craving for a long time. Freedom from overthinking. Freedom from begging for reassurance. Freedom from shrinking yourself to fit into places where you were never meant to belong. Freedom from carrying guilt that was never yours to hold. Some of your healing will not be loud. Some of it will happen quietly, in moments when you realize you no longer react the way you once did. You will notice that things which used to hurt deeply now only pass lightly through your mind. You will notice that your silence becomes stronger than your arguments ever were. This is growth, my child. This is healing in motion. Do not feel ashamed for the past versions of yourself. That was survival. You did what you knew how to do at the time. You loved the best way you knew how. You trusted with the understanding you had then. That version of you deserves compassion, not judgment. And now, a stronger version is rising. There will be days when you miss what used to be familiar, even if it was painful. That is normal. Comfort sometimes hides inside suffering. But do not go back searching for what already broke you once. The door closed for a reason. Let it remain closed. My child, December 25th will not only expose truth about others. It will also awaken truth within you. You will realize what you truly want. What you no longer accept. What you are no longer willing to settle for. This clarity will not come from anger. It will rise from peace. There are prayers you whispered in silence that you thought were forgotten. They were never forgotten. They were delayed only until the right moment. And now, movement has begun. You may not see results immediately, but behind the scenes, things are shifting rapidly in your favor. Do not rush the process. Do not measure your progress by what others show on the surface. You are not behind. Your journey is simply unfolding at the pace your soul can handle. You are learning to choose yourself without needing permission. You are learning to walk away without needing closure. You are learning that peace is more valuable than proving a point. This season is teaching you emotional discipline. Not coldness. Discipline. The kind that protects your heart while keeping it open for what truly deserves it. Some nights you will think deeply about everything that happened. You will replay conversations. You will wonder if you could have done things differently. Release that burden. You did what you could with the awareness you had then. That chapter is complete. You are not meant to live in it anymore. After December 25th, your energy will feel different. Your presence will feel stronger. People will feel it even if they cannot explain it. Some will respect it. Some will be uncomfortable with it. Let both reactions exist. Your job is not to shrink your light to make others comfortable. My child, the most powerful change happening inside you right now is that you are no longer afraid of being alone. You are realizing that being alone is sometimes safer than being surrounded by the wrong people. Solitude will teach you what noise never could. And from that solitude, new connections will begin to form. Better ones. Healthier ones. Ones that do not drain you. Ones that do not confuse you. Ones that meet you with the same effort you give. But first, the clearing must finish. Emotional attachments that were built on fear will dissolve. Relationships that survived only on convenience will fade. Conversations that lacked honesty will fall silent. This is not punishment. This is alignment. There will be moments when you feel tired of starting over emotionally. Tired of rebuilding your trust. Tired of opening your heart again. Rest in those moments. Do not give up. Every ending is guiding you closer to the love you actually deserve. My child, you are not difficult to love. You are simply too deep for shallow hearts. That has always been the truth. As December 25th comes closer, protect your focus. Do not entertain unnecessary drama. Do not feed gossip. Do not explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Let your growth speak. You are about to cross a quiet line inside yourself where survival turns into stability. Where tears turn into strength. Where questioning turns into knowing. And when that happens, you will no longer ask why things fell apart. You will only be grateful that they did. My child, there is a quiet strength growing inside you right now that you may not even notice yet. It is not loud. It is not proud. It does not rush to prove itself. It simply stands firm. This strength is being built from every tear you cried in secret, every disappointment you survived, every goodbye you never wanted to say. All of it is becoming the foundation for who you are becoming. As December 25th draws closer, you may feel waves of mixed emotions. One moment you feel hopeful. The next moment you feel uncertain. Sometimes peaceful. Sometimes restless. This is normal when something old is ending and something new is getting ready to begin. Your spirit senses the shift even if your mind cannot fully explain it yet. There are things you once prayed to hold on to that you are now slowly learning to release. And there are things you once feared losing that you will soon realize were holding you back. What you thought was protection was sometimes limitation. What you thought was love was sometimes attachment. What you thought was loyalty was sometimes self-abandonment. Now your eyes are opening. My child, the biggest change happening inside you is this: you are learning how to choose yourself without guilt. You are learning that your worth does not decrease just because someone failed to see it. You are learning that your boundaries are not walls, they are doors to healthier connections. You are learning that saying no does not make you cruel, it makes you honest. You spent so long trying to keep everyone happy that you forgot what peace felt like. You stayed quiet in moments when you should have spoken. You stayed when you should have walked away. Not because you were weak, but because your heart is naturally gentle. Now, strength is being added to that gentleness. And that balance will change everything. After December 25th, you will notice that your reactions are slower. You will pause before responding. You will think before trusting. You will feel before deciding. This is not fear. This is wisdom finally taking its place. Some people will not like this new version of you. Not because you became worse, but because you became clearer. And clarity makes those who live in chaos uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. You are not responsible for maintaining the comfort of those who benefit from your silence. There is also a deep healing coming to your heart regarding your past. Memories that once hurt will begin to lose their sharp edge. Situations that once made you angry will begin to feel distant. Not because they did not matter, but because they no longer control you. You are no longer trapped in yesterday. My child, you did not imagine the signs you saw. You did not imagine the inner voice guiding you. You did not imagine the feeling that something big was shifting in your life. All of it was real. All of it was leading you here. December 25th is not only about exposure. It is also about release. Release from confusion. Release from emotional weight. Release from expectations that never belonged to you. Release from the need to prove yourself to the wrong people. You are stepping into a season where your life will begin to feel lighter. Not perfect. Not free of challenges. But lighter in your heart. And when your heart is light, your steps become steady. My child, be gentle with yourself through this process. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel tired. Rest when you need to. Cry when you must. But do not return to places that once drained your soul just because you miss what was familiar. There is something new forming for you that you cannot yet fully see. New conversations. New connections. New opportunities. New ways of thinking. New habits. New confidence. All of it is being shaped slowly so that when it arrives, it stays. Your growth does not need an audience. Your healing does not need approval. Your transformation does not need validation. It only needs your willingness to continue. After December 25th, you will no longer crave what once hurt you. You will no longer chase what once confused you. You will no longer settle for what once drained you. You will want peace more than attention. Stability more than excitement. Truth more than temporary comfort. And that choice will change the quality of your life. Some of your biggest lessons came from people who were never meant to stay. Some of your strongest qualities were built through situations you never asked for. Some of your deepest prayers were shaped by pain. And now, those prayers are moving closer to answered than ever before. My child, trust that what you are losing is not a loss at all. It is clearance. Space. Preparation. What is coming cannot arrive into clutter. It needs room. And room is now being made. You will soon realize that you were never behind. You were being protected. You were being prepared. You were being redirected. The emotional strength you are gaining now will serve you for the rest of your life. You will not fall apart over small things anymore. You will not give your peace away so easily. You will not beg for love where respect is missing. You are becoming steady. You are becoming grounded. You are becoming aware. And that is powerful. My child, do not fear the silence around you right now. Silence is where rebuilding happens. Silence is where truth becomes audible. Silence is where you remember who you are without everyone's noise in your ear. The version of you that emerges after December 25th will look back at this version with gratitude. You will thank yourself for not giving up. For not hardening your heart. For not closing your spirit completely. For choosing to keep growing even when growing hurt. This season is not breaking you. It is shaping you. My child, as December 25th finally arrives, something inside you will settle in a way it never has before. Not everything around you will instantly change in one day, but something deep within you will shift forever. It will feel like a quiet knowing. A calm understanding. A moment where confusion no longer controls your thoughts the way it once did. You will breathe differently. You will stand differently. You will see yourself differently. This is because you will finally understand that everything you survived was not meant to weaken you. It was meant to teach you. Every delay taught you patience. Every disappointment taught you boundaries. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every lonely night taught you how strong you truly are. What once felt like suffering will now feel like preparation. My child, you will no longer beg for what does not want to stay. You will no longer try to convince those who already decided not to choose you. You will no longer chase people who don't meet you halfway. Your heart will still be kind, but it will now be protected by wisdom. You will still love deeply, but you will love with clarity. After December 25th, you will notice that your tolerance for emotional games disappears. You will get tired of guessing where you stand. You will get tired of mixed signals. You will get tired of empty words. And for the first time, you will not feel guilty for walking away from confusion. You will finally understand that peace is not found in chasing answers. Peace is found in choosing yourself. There will be moments when you look back at who you used to be. The one who overgave. The one who overtrusted. The one who stayed too long. Do not mock that version of yourself. That version carried you through the hardest part of your journey. That version loved even when it hurt. That version believed even when it was scared. That version kept you alive when you felt like giving up. Now, a new version is stepping forward. This version does not break easily. This version does not beg for crumbs. This version does not shrink to fit. This version does not silence its needs. This version does not ignore red flags. This version chooses peace over chaos. And my child, this version is powerful. You will also begin to notice that people who once had constant access to you will start to feel distant. Not because you hate them. Not because you are angry. But because you finally learned how to protect your energy. You finally learned that not everyone deserves the same level of access to your heart. Some will understand this change. Some will resist it. Some will criticize it. Some will miss the old you. Let them. They are reacting to the loss of control, not the loss of you. My child, the quiet strength you gain after December 25th will attract different kinds of connections into your life. Healthier ones. Safer ones. More honest ones. These people will not make you question your worth. They will not make you chase effort. They will not make you feel like love is a competition. You will feel at ease around them. You will feel respected. You will feel seen. And when you feel that difference, you will finally understand why the old connections had to fall away. You were never meant to stay in survival mode forever. You were meant to arrive at stability. You were meant to receive peace. You were meant to experience mutual love. You were meant to stand in confidence. My child, do not rush this final stage of healing. There may still be days where old memories rise. There may still be moments where your heart aches unexpectedly. That is normal. Healing is not a straight line. But even on those days, you will realize something beautiful. You no longer lose yourself inside the pain. You move through it without drowning in it. That is growth. After December 25th, you will stop asking why people hurt you. You will start asking what the lesson was. And once the lesson is learned, the pain loses its power. My child, I want you to remember this with your whole heart: you are not behind in life. You did not miss your moment. You did not fail your destiny. Everything you walked through happened in the order it needed to happen to shape the person you are becoming now. There is a future waiting for you that aligns with your healing. There is a love waiting for you that matches your growth. There is a version of you waiting that is confident, peaceful, and whole. You are walking toward it right now. When December 25th passes, do not rush to explain your transformation. Do not announce your healing. Let people notice it without words. Let your calm speak. Let your boundaries speak. Let your self-respect speak. Let your peace speak. You no longer need to fight for space. You no longer need to beg for understanding. You no longer need to prove your worth. The right people will recognize it naturally. My child, you survived what many never talk about. You endured emotional storms that left no visible scars but tore deep inside your heart. You carried weight silently. You smiled through exhaustion. You kept going when you felt empty. And yet, you are still here. Still breathing. Still dreaming. Still believing that something better is possible. And it is. After all this waiting, after all this pain, after all this growth, you are finally stepping into alignment. Not everything will be perfect. But everything will finally begin to make sense. So as December 25th arrives, do not fear it. Do not overthink it. Do not resist it. Welcome it. This is not the day your life falls apart. This is the day your life starts making sense. Hold your head high, my child. Your heart is stronger than you know. Your future is closer than it appears. Your peace is no longer out of reach. You made it through the storm. Now you are standing at the calm. And what comes next will be built on strength, clarity, and self-respect. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust that everything led you here for a reason. The countdown is complete. The new chapter begins now.